Some breaking news coming in. The Congress party has now questioned the government over how explosives have reached the valley after forces foiled the IED car attack in Pulwama. Congress's PL Punia asks how did explosives reach the area, and this should be probed. Congress's Punia questions the government on how in the first place the car laden with 45 kgs of explosives reached the valley. In fact, here we do know a Pulwama-like attack was looming before the security forces intercepted the attack, tracked down the car after inputs, intelligence inputs coming in. They tracked down the vehicle and then carried out a controlled blast within the area. And unfortunately, the person, the terrorist who was in the car, driving the car, escaped. He managed to escape. Congress now questioning the government how in the first place these explosives that were inside the car reached the valley in the first place. Congress's PL Punia asks how did the explosives reach the area, and this should thoroughly be probed.
एक्सप्लोसिव एक गाड़ी में मिले बताए गए, वो वहां तक वो गाड़ी एक्सप्लोसिव भर के पहुंच कैसे चली गई, ये भी एक जांच करने की आवश्यकता है। पहले जो पुलवामा अटैक हुआ था उस समय भी सवाल खड़े किए थे कुछ लोगों ने, हमने नहीं किया था, लेकिन लोगों ने मांग की थी।
To Kamalji joining us for more details on this. Kamalji, the Congress now asking the government, or rather questioning the government, how in the first place the vehicle laden with explosives reached the valley, and this fact should be probed.
Well, I think what PL Punia has said is in a very defensive sort of a tone, where he has raised question. But the sort of hypersensitive situation that exists in Jammu and Kashmir, many people do consider that questioning the government or security forces is an act of defiance in a real sense, and even indicates to a certain anti-nationalism. But there are valid questions which pertain to as to how there was so much explosive. And remember, this comes a year and a half after a Pulwama terror attack took place, in which 40 CRPF soldiers were martyred. They were killed in cold blood, especially by a suicide bomber, Adil Ahmed Dar, who was a local. Now, all indications pointed towards a Pakistani link, the case being probed by NIA. We know there is a charge sheet expected in the case in the month of July. But what is clear and significant is that during the lockdown, during a certain anticipation that security forces had of increase and a spike in terror attacks, remember, security has been heightened. In the past 1 week or so, there has been a high alert sounded in Kashmir Valley. There was specific input as far as Badr case was concerned, because that is a day where they were expecting certain terror attack to take place. There was specific input that there could be incidents happening in Sopore, in Kupwara area, on the national highway. There is also input coming in about large groups of infiltration taking place of Pakistan-trained terrorists. So again, this coming at a juncture is obviously pertains to questions raised by Congress party. But yes, will it be taken in the right jest? Remember, there is the Parliamentary Affairs Committee, which is to sit down in Parliament. Right. 3rd of June, the Home Secretary is expected there. The issue could largely center around what security setup has been set up during the lockdown, but may also rise and ask questions pertaining to security situation in Jammu and Kashmir. But at this point of time, right, in a defensive note, questions being asked, and this will give BJP more ammunition to hit out at Congress party, saying that they're going after the braves of the country.
Quite naturally there. Kamalji, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Telling at Congress's Punia there questioning how in the first place explosives reached the valley.